Welcome to Chateau Equinox. In honor of my daughter's upcoming birthday, I figured I would give you a never again from the time she was born. So, a couple of days after she was born, I was still in the hospital, and the good lactation nurse popped up. Now, mind you, my sister was in the room with me. This is my middle sister, okay? She's 2 years younger than me, but as far as she's concerned, she's the oldest and she knows absolutely everything. And in this case, she was a little right because this was my first child and she already had one. So here comes this little lactation nurse. She has these two little bitty cups in her hand that have a tube hanging out the bottom of them. And she goes, "Okay, you come on, honey. We're finna get you primed, pumped, and ready." My sister took one look at those little bitty cups, looked back at my breastplates of righteousness, and looked back at those cups and said, "Ma'am, those are not big enough." The woman said, "Oh, honey, yes, they are. It'll be fine." Well, they had a moment of the wits, a little battle of the wits there. And the woman said, "Just try it out. Try it out. I'll be right back." So my sister took these two little bitty cups, like the little cups you get at the dentist's office when they say swallow this and you spit out. They were this big, okay? And my sister tried to connect them to me, okay? I'll be very honest with you. I don't know where those little cups went, okay? I'm just thankful they had a tube at the end of them. Because when my sister tried to attach them to my breastplates of righteousness, they went down up under there somewhere in the land down under, and neither her nor I could find them, okay? Thank God it had a tube attached to it, because if not, we would have had to send a search and rescue team up under there to find them, okay? So right about that time, the woman comes back in the room. She goes, "Oh, oh, oh my, hold on, those don't fit you, do they?" "Well, listen, you just hold on. I'm going to go in the basement and get you something." "The basement? What you trying to tell me? My breastplates of righteousness is so big, my cup runneth over so much that you got to go in the basement to find something to catch all this?" The woman leaves the room, okay? I think she went to go collect herself, but whatever. So my sister and I are left there alone. Now, keep in mind, this is the sister that thinks she knows everything. The other thing about this sister is that she could double as the leprechaun on the Lucky Charms box, okay? This sister is less than 5 feet tall, but she always wears heels and spikes her hair, so she thinks she's 5 foot. But I promise you, she also has an affinity for gold. Just figure it out. That's all I'm saying, but I digress. So she hops up on the bed like a little leprechaun and straddles my chest. She says, "I'm going to show them. You don't need a pump. You are going to do this." She picks up one of my breastplates of righteousness and begins to pull it. She's pulling and priming, and I'm just laying there. And she is pulling and priming, just pulling and priming. I, in that moment, didn't know what in the world was going on. She just pulling and priming. So then the little bitty nurse comes back in the room, and she screams again. "Oh!" Well, of course she screams. There's a leprechaun sitting on my chest, pulling on my breastplates. And at that second, I realized either I was auditioning to be the next cow on the Borton's cup of can of milk, or I was going to be the next cow spokesperson for Chick-fil-A. But either way, I have never felt more like a heifer in all of my life. And I still couldn't breastfeed. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? All these breastplates in front of me, you would have thought I was my own dairy farm. Not a lick. Whatever she couldn't get from a bottle, she never got. Never again could I try to breastfeed. You understand? Never again.